Would you please welcome to the room the Southern Area Light Heavyweight Champion, Leon Senior. And now, would you please welcome into the room the challenger for tomorrow evening, Tony Hill. And now the third of our four boxers to be introduced to the press conference. Would you please welcome Bob Ajisafe. And finally, Dean Francis. So everybody, it's going to be quite an informal press conference. Firstly, thanks very much for joining us today. This is the launch of the MAXI Nutrition Knockout, brought to you by Hennessy Sports, which starts tomorrow evening in Reading. There's going to be two quarterfinals tomorrow night. The second two quarterfinals will take place on the 22nd of March at the Ponds Forge in Sheffield, followed by the semi-finals on May the 10th, all leading to the final and the crowning of the MAXI Nutrition Knockout Champion on September the 27th. So what we'll do is firstly just ask everybody if you can, in your report somewhere, kindly just get a couple of things in for us. We are going to be taking lots of pictures tomorrow evening. If you could perhaps mention our Twitter feed somewhere along the way, it's at Hennessy Sports. And we'd be very grateful as well if you perhaps give a mention to the website at which is all the W's, and that it's hennessysports.com. So what we'll do is we'll firstly just throw the questions out to the room, to the press, if you'd like to ask any of the boxers any questions. And then we've got some questions as well from the Hennessy team. So firstly we'll just throw it out to everybody in the room. If you'd like to ask any questions to any of our boxers, they'll quite happily answer what you'd like to throw at them.
Not happily. I'll answer them now.
Dean Francis, long time out with your shoulder. You feel alright? Everything's okay?
Yeah, no problems whatsoever. Since the last operation, which was 2008, I think, there's been no problems.
How excited are you to be finally getting back in the ring?
Static. Yeah, I mean, on this platform as well, like the competition that we're entering, yeah, I'm excited.
What do you think about the other guys in the tournament?
To tell you, I'm not a spectator of the sport, so I don't know much about them basically. But obviously, when the time comes, just as I have done with Bob, I'll study them accordingly.
Bob Ajisafe, if I could ask you the same question, what do you make of the fighters in the tournament?
Yeah, I mean, well, it's top light heavyweights, isn't it, in Britain at the moment. I see myself probably at the top of the heap, to be honest, and number one for this British title, so I've just come down here to claim that tomorrow. Really. How
much and how excited are you about having the platform to fight on Channel 5?
Yeah, it's brilliant to fight on Channel 5, terrestrial TV, brilliant exposure, massive audience to be showcasing your skills on. Couldn't get much better than that, really.
Anticipate a big crowd coming down from Leeds with you?
Yeah, I've got a few coming down actually. Yeah, obviously it's a bit of a trek for them coming all the way from Leeds, so I think most people are going to be tuning in on TV, to be honest.
Okay.
Bob, Dean said he thinks it won't take him long to suss out your awkward style. What do you think about that?
Well, yeah, we'll have to see about that tomorrow, won't we? I think everyone else that I boxed the top opposition in this light heavyweight division, and you know, they found out what time it was when I boxed them. So
like Oval, like Oval Mackenzie found out.
Do you think your style's that easy to read?
No, I don't think it is. No.
Have you boxed many southpaws before, Dean?
I've trained with southpaws till I'm sick of southpaws. Yeah, I've like I said, I've trained with southpaws. I know what they're about. I know what to do to a southpaw. I know how to deal with a southpaw. I'm fully confident that I know what to do with Bob. I commend him on thinking that he's the best in the bunch. I mean, to fight somebody who thinks they're better than me is what it's all about, because that makes me raise my game. But I think he's very misinformed. Someone's speaking to him about something that really doesn't make sense. because clearly I'm the best of the bunch.
Do you think it helps you being the oldest as well? You're obviously the most experienced
The
fighter
wisest.
amongst the 8. You're the wisest. Do you think it helps you being the oldest?
Definitely. I'm not sure where these guys have come from, as in whether they've been thrusted into these kind of situations before. But I have. I fought in front of thousands. I fought for European titles, British titles. You know, I've been here before. So yeah, I think I've got a lot to teach these guys.
And you're back at the Rivermead as well. Good venue for you, Dean.
But excellent venue. This is where it all started for me. This is where I was having my first championship fights, and I hope to have many more here.
You've had 4 fights at the Rivermead, 4 wins, all inside the distance.
And
Is that a message somewhere there for Bob?
well, ask Bob.
You say it's not going to take you long to suss out, Bob, and you're suggesting to people that from the 4th round onwards, we can perhaps see a stoppage.
Yeah, the fight's definitely not going to be a 12-round fight. Definitely not. I haven't trained to not saying that I can't go 12 rounds. I can go 12 rounds all day long. I'm just saying that I'm training in mind for you know, from if he was going to bet, it'd be from 4, 5, or 6.
Bob?
That quarter.
Yeah, well, I don't think there's no way Dean's going to be able to stop me. Like, just to go back to what I was saying before, Dean is very experienced. He's had, you know, been at this position before. He's already been British champion and everything else. But I just believe it's my time now. I'm number 1 for the British title, which is what I was saying. Not necessarily saying that I'm the best here, but tomorrow I'm going to show it's my time.
You're saying you're not the best?
Dean's been a champion, been at that level, but I believe it's my time now. This fight was supposed to happen last year for me, 3 separate occasions.
So you're saying because I've been there before, I don't deserve this?
No, I'm not saying I don't deserve it. No, not at all. I'm not saying that.
I commend you for thinking it's your time, because obviously that makes it for a great fight. But believe me, it is going to be Dean Francis that raises his hand at the end of the fight
No,
as a British champion. But thank you for coming with confidence, because it makes it good for the people. You know.
Bob, Dean actually has got a lot of respect for you. Dean actually says that he considers you as his biggest contender in the MAXI.
yeah, likewise, I've got a lot of
Is
respect.
that-
Likewise, I've got a lot of respect for him too. Obviously, you know what he's accomplished. He's accomplished a lot in the sport, in the game. You know, but I just believe it's my time now. I'm 28. I'm young. I'm hungry. I've come down here to Reading to get this title. You know, I've been waiting a long time for it, and it's, you know, it's my chance, my opportunity to get it. You know.
What was your thoughts when
I'm
you
fighting
saw
a former
the
champion.
draw,
Obviously, he was experienced and got all the credentials and everything else. But that's another thing that I'm gonna have to show tomorrow that I can deal with.
When you first saw the draw, what did you think, Bob?
About
Well, we've been fighting each other before the competition.
yeah, this fight was already happening. We were supposed to fight last year, November. Like I say, I was supposed to fight for this British title. I think it was 2 separate occasions. A couple of opponents pulled out, Tony Bellew, Enzo McInerney. So I've been ready for this fight. Well, waiting for this fight since last year. This MAXI nutrition thing, this just came about, you know, and this fight has happened to fall into that. But I always knew that I was fighting for the British title, and that's the only thing that I'm concentrating on right now.
So Dean says that you're his biggest contender. Can you win the MAXI Nutrition knockout?
It's not actually that I said that. It's what's been told to me, so I've just taken that on board. You know, I'm not disrespecting the other fighters. You know, this is what I've been told, so I've just rolled with it. If it is the best, then I'm happy to have the best first off.
So do you see Bob then as your main contender?
He's the contender that I was booked in to fight last year. Like I said, people have been telling me that he's the best out of the bunch. So I'm only going from what, like I said, I'm not a spectator of the sport, so I don't really know much about them before this came about. So, you know, I can only go from what people are telling me and trusting what you guys are telling me. Is that wrong?
Bob, how do you feel about fighting the oldest fighter in the knockout? Do you think Dean's still got it?
Well, yeah, but yeah, it looks like he has, yeah. Obviously, like I say, he's very experienced. You know, he's been around the block before, so he knows. You know, he knows. He's been in big championship fights, like he said. So,
I'm not that old.
You know. So obviously, he must be, if he's here to contend with, you know, me on this level and everyone else, he still obviously is because the board appointed him to be the mandatory challenger. So
You got a good record yourself as well, Bob. You had 13 fights, 11 wins, just 2 defeats.
yeah,
You got a prize fighter defeat.
yeah, that was controversial. I think it was a fight that I won. A lot of people thought I won that night. It was just the first round fight and the prize fight, and obviously it's only a 3-round fight. So
Yeah. And then you lost to Tony Bellew.
yeah,
It's
which was
nearly
a good-
3 years. It's just over
it was a
3 years
split
now. It's
decision
September
as well.
2010 since you lost your feet. How's confidence with you now generally?
Well, it's good. Obviously, I've been on a good roll since then. Won every fight since then, and I've been at championship level since then as well. So, and I'm back here again.
And you've already beaten another one of the contenders in the MAXI knockout as well, MAXI Nutrition knockout. You've beaten Travis Dickinson.
Yeah, beat him with ease as well. Really. So, that was a defence of my English title.
That is a fight I've been watching actually. It's a good fight for him. He performed well then.
Anybody any questions for Dean or Bob? Alright, we'll move on then. Obviously the event's live on Channel 5 tomorrow evening. The event starts at 10 PM on Channel 5. It's an event which is brought to you by MAXI Nutrition, also by Headblaze, the leader in head care since 1999. Also on behalf of Hennessy Sports, we've got to say a huge thank you to the Liquid Caffeinated Water. The Reading Chronicle, thank you for your support as well. The Reading Post, the people here at the Crown Plaza Hotel for the hospitality, and also the team at Triumph Technologies, thank you for your support as well. Channel 5, 10 PM tomorrow evening. It's going to be live across the UK. Start of the MAXI Nutrition Knockout. It's going to feature 8 fighters: Danny McIntosh, Matty Clarkson, Leon Senior, Dean Francis, Bob Ajisafe, Travis Dickinson, Lee Duncan and Tony Hill.